activist, Raffle, and the incident happened at the hospital, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, former Ridge Hospital. And on one side, the Association of Nurses as well as the midwives raising concerns about treatment. The doctors also have come in. The Minister of Health has indeed come in and says that the Security Authority should continue with investigations thereof. And then on the other hand, there are also members of the public, including Raffle himself, who says that sometimes the treatment they get from health workers, nurses, doctors, among others, when they go to the hospital, is just not the best. Begin this subject matter for me. I mean, the general issue about the attitude of health workers, but also all of us not having the empathy on the problems that they face, because they clearly have acute issues.
In this simple case, abuse of power.
Who is abusing power?
Empowered drunk.
Who is abusing
has
power?
not found a name.
Okay.
In the face. Both the man and the Minister of Health have demonstrated where their alliances are.
What do you mean
by
that?
The Minister of Health has rather chosen to embrace this activist and not take the side of...
What do you mean by embrace the activist?
He hugged him. We saw him hug him.
Okay, so, Koko, do you have the video there? So, the minister walked in, then Raffle rather went to him, and there was some level of... So, it's not as if the minister brazenly was the one who was trying to embrace.
Was there some amount of hugging or embrace?
Huh?
Was there some amount of hugging or embrace?
No, what's your point with that? That's a question, really.
So let me make my point. Abuse of power and power drunkenness are the two things that were demonstrated here. Somebody walks into your workplace. We are sitting down here. Somebody walks into our workplace.
You're talking about the activists.
The activists. You walk into our workplace.
Koko, put the video there, okay?
You walk into our workplace, and probably either you were not given the health care, because from the video, it seems that his hand was treated. He was treated. You know, happen. Now, you can be angry there at people and start causing trouble. We can understand that. Maybe something there made you angry. Somebody there made you angry. Somebody caused you, and you are a human being. They could say you overreacted. That is one aspect. That is how we understand it. But you live there. You go out. And then you come back with a group of people. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a criminal investigator. But I think there's something called premeditation. It means you premeditated. It means you came back with a purpose of what? Causing mischief and causing harm. You come back then. And then you attack people in an emergency. Every single person in an emergency there is in their most vulnerable of states. They are the most vulnerable people there. You come down and you attack these very, very vulnerable people. In the course of the process, a nurse has been attacked, and that nurse was rather receiving treatment at her workplace. All this caught on video. And then the person is not arrested. And then today, the person is not before a judge. And then we are told that we are going to set up a committee to then investigate what? We are setting up a committee to investigate what? Somebody walks there, assaults people, and goes home free. The person is going home. The nurse is receiving treatment, and you are saying we want to investigate what? And then you will see, and that is the point I'm making. Look, this health minister has a track record. We saw what happened in Tamale Teaching Hospital. We saw what happened during the negotiations for the nurses' strike, when the nurses went on strike. And we've seen it now. There's the general penchant not to come out fully to defend the people he's supposed to defend. In this case, the nurses that work under him. There's a general penchant to this case.
Zaato, I want to understand. Are you saying the health minister created the incident?
No.
Because this incident is a public service customer relation disputes.
It's not.
Okay.
It's violence.
So,
it's simple violence.
Yes.
Violence.
And at the heart of it is an element of so-called assault, so to speak.
Exactly.
Okay.
So those are the elements.
Now, as an academic, do you agree that where an intended or a supposed crime is a subject matter, it has to be investigated by the authority and not the Minister of Health?
When it's a supposed crime, but this was not a supposed crime. This was not a supposed crime.
There's an assault.
Yes. And when is an assault a supposed crime? You came to the place, the nurse was sitting there working. You went out and you came out with a number of people. That's still a fact. Then those people, because that nurse wasn't receiving treatment because of the nurses that were in the emergency or because of the doctors. No. It's because you brought in those people. Those people have no business.
So we've all have seen the video.
Yes.
Would you say, if you were there, irrespective of whether you were captured on video being beaten or not. This has to be in the hands of the investigative bodies.
If I was there, and you're saying that right now...
No, I'm asking a specific question.
Which is?
Let's say you are the nurse. You've been assaulted. Okay. Let's say you have it on evidence in video. Would you say that the police will have to take it up?
I would say the police need to make an arrest.
Okay.
Assault is a crime. The nurse says she was assaulted.
So why don't you leave it for the police to deal with? Instead of making those conclusions that is a minister and...
We are analyzing the situation, and you are asking me, and I'm telling you, there was a crime that we committed. A nurse was assaulted. The nurse says I was assaulted. There were eyewitnesses who saw the assault happen right there.
So you leave it to the police to investigate?
So what are we discussing now?
No.
I'm telling you how I understand the situations.
Okay.
And I'm telling you that my conclusion is that if this man was not politically connected, so deeply connected to the health minister and other people, he should have been arrested by now. That's my conclusion. Because that is the only reason why you don't go to somebody's workplace. The person is working with most vulnerable people who are on the sick. Because of arrogance, because of political power, you go and you assault the person, and now we are investigating.
Well, we are trying to get the health minister online to get...
Meanwhile, a nurse is fighting for her life. I mean, in what kind of jurisdiction do you do that?
Well,